Care fraud scheme worth $400 million.
This 2 years after Contact 5 investigator Katie Legrone exposed how the scam worked.
To who? You have to have done it to someone, but there's no effort at all to uncover that.
I thought he should have been ashamed of himself. Then I watched Floyd Money Mayweather with Jim Gray. And I said, wait a minute, I smell something. Something seems a bit fishy.
No, money is what you smelled.
I smelled something.
Joe Rogan was visibly shocked during a recent podcast episode when breaking news surfaced that boxing icon Floyd Mayweather is facing a lawsuit over an alleged $42 million fraud scheme. As details of the case unfolded, Rogan, known for his candid commentary and in-depth discussions on celebrity controversies, struggled to hide his disbelief. The lawsuit claims Mayweather played a central role in a wide-ranging financial scam involving fake investments and misleading business partnerships.
He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still freaks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying, it would look like a party, he'd drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always trying.
Joe Rogan, a leading voice in combat sports commentary, has offered in-depth analysis of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s boxing career and fighting style throughout the years. His commentary paints a thorough picture of Mayweather's growth as a fighter and solidifies his place in boxing history.
He fought Logan Paul. Logan Paul weighs 200 plus pounds.
And he turned the shit out of Logan Paul's neck. Like
Crazy.
Like, wow. And I think he held him up like, hey, man, don't fall because you're going to mess the money up.
If they were the same size, I think Floyd would have knocked him out. Logan was so big.
Oh,
he was so much bigger than it.
But them shots, though, was
it's so crazy to see a guy who is the best boxer of all time having a fight with this super athletic, gigantic YouTube kid. I mean, look at the size difference. It's insane.
In his career, Floyd Mayweather earned the nickname Pretty Boy for his remarkable defensive skills, which kept him largely unscathed in the ring. Joe Rogan has highlighted this era as a time when Mayweather displayed incredible speed and sharp offensive abilities, frequently outclassing opponents with fast, precise combinations. It was a period that underscored his dominance through both aggression and technical mastery.
Things that people forget is that Floyd went through a big transition of his own. If you go back to the early parts of his career and you watch when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was a much more aggressive fighter and he would put himself in danger much more. And then when he became Money Mayweather, just got so much more brilliant defensively. And then he became the guy that you see shutting out Canelo Alvarez, stopping all these guys, just shutting everything down. He just became this defensive wizard.
Floyd Mayweather's career advanced. He embraced his money persona and shifted to a more calculated defensive fighting style. Joe Rogan has praised this evolution, highlighting Mayweather's unmatched ability to avoid damage while maintaining control of the ring. Rogan once remarked, "For my money, Floyd Mayweather is the best ever. He's the guy who got hit the least. He's just aggressive enough to win." He added, "What's crazy is Floyd stands right in front of you, and you still can't touch him."
Mayweather used to be having these crazy workouts and he would crack open a Pepsi and people were like, what the f is he doing? Like, he's crazy. That guy never drank, never partied, never was out of shape, never got fat, would run home from the club at 2 o'clock in the morning. If boxing is hit and don't get hit, who's better than Floyd? Right. 0 people. He definitely cracked him at the end of that round and wobbled him, and then it was right at the bell. And so then Floyd got back on his bike and started outboxing him.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name because I'm still a face of boxing.
What do you think about Lloyd talking about greater than Ali?
He's very delusional. Listen, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. He's a little scared man. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people.
Rogan believes much of the public's dislike for Floyd Mayweather Jr. stems from his flashy displays of wealth and larger-than-life persona, On the Joe Rogan Experience, he pointed out that Mayweather's constant flaunting of million-dollar watches, private jets, and lavish homes can come off as arrogant, sparking envy among fans. Rogan explained, "People love to watch him fight because they hate him. He stirs up envy. You want to see him lose, but he never does." Still, Rogan acknowledged that behind the bravado is a man of remarkable discipline and work ethic, suggesting that Mayweather's image is a carefully crafted part of his formula for success.
One of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
You feel that disappointment that the fans felt that maybe you didn't get the best Manny Pacquiao that night?
We're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about that. You was one of the guys that believed in Pacquiao.
I did.
Okay. So now we don't want you to back out the block. And I told you before, that was easy work. So if you believe in Pacquiao, you need to go back and say, you need to sit down and do a story and say, you know what? I believe in Pacquiao, and it's his fault. It's not Mayweather's fault, because Mayweather did what he always do. Be a calculated fighter, be a smart fighter, and find a way to win.
And I did that because I said that although there was a problem with his shoulder, whether it existed or not, I always said there was no. Wait.
Floyd was great, but he didn't want smoke with Winky. He didn't want smoke with Winky. He didn't want smoke with Triple G either. But there are people who look at that situation and be like, I mean, that's crazy. But that's what the great ones do. They do crazy shit. But Floyd did enough crazy stuff, though. Listen, I don't have that much criticism towards Floyd. I just don't think he's as great as everyone say. He's the greatest ever. That's silly talk to me. But he was jaw-dropping great. The impact of Floyd is my thing, and that's not criticism on Floyd. That's criticism on followers. So everybody followed what they perceived to be his blueprint. That's my criticism.
During his exhibition bout against John Gotti, 3 in Mexico City, Floyd Mayweather grabbed headlines after controversially replacing the referee mid-fight following a disputed call. The original referee issued a warning to Mayweather for what was deemed an illegal blow, prompting the undefeated boxer to shove the official and insist on his removal. A replacement referee was brought in, and the match resumed, ultimately ending, with Mayweather being unofficially declared the winner.
Mayweather just got done with the boxing match against John Gotti III, and while in the boxing match, specifically in the second round, Floyd Mayweather kicked out a ref, and they replaced it with a new one because the ref took too long pausing the fight. Let me know in the comments if this is one of the craziest things you've seen in a boxing match.